We know what that means. We know what that means. NFL football today, Saturday, 4:30. I do believe we got two good games coming up this afternoon. But before we get into all of that, I need to get into this coach's chaos that's been going on. I want to talk about the Trae Young. We're going to touch a little bit on the NBA about Trae Young coming to the Wizards. And also, we're going to jump into week one playoff breakdowns and everything else. I do believe I have two of my regulars on here, Belinda and Collins. Say hello to everybody.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Okay.
We're in.
We're here.
Yeah, y'all are in. Y'all are in. Y'all are in. I'm waiting for my co-host to come up in here. But before I do all of that, I definitely want to get into the surprises that just happened with a lot of the coaches. Well, a lot of them wasn't surprises. A lot of them was expected. But I think the biggest one that was a surprise is the Ravens one. And I want to get what y'all take is on that. And then, you know, I want to elaborate more on it. What what is y'all take on the Harbaugh, as they say, instead of now they've been changing from parting ways to fire.
Well,
What y'all input on?
when I saw his interview, Harbaugh's interview, it just takes me back to what you and Will were talking about previously with the Ravens. But I'm going to leave the whole gist of it up to your co-host Will because he is the Raven fan and spokesperson for them on our regular guy podcast. But it just showed me that there was tension in there, and he wants out. And as far as that, if the coach and the coaching staff are easier to go than your key player, your top player who's bringing in the money, selling the tickets. To me, on another hand, I think it didn't matter who won that game. If Pittsburgh had lost, I think Tomlin would have been asked to leave. Not probably right away, but I think there's going to be a couple of more releases. I think they would have waited. Harbaugh's was really a surprise to everybody. But it's just going to show you time for a change. Everybody wants change, no matter what you're into.
I think he should have been gone because he wasn't playing.
Yeah, well, I think
Can you hear me? Hello.
yeah,
Hello.
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think
I
he
can
should
hear
have
you.
been gone. Yeah, because he never played those guys like they should have been played. And he didn't have any emotions to him. I was telling Carlos about it. I said, you know what, he don't even care too much about what's going on. I don't even see any game face on him and stuff like that. It's just certain things that you could pick up his body language and things. Plus the calls that they were making was ridiculous. You know, I even asked Carlos, I say, is there any law or rule in the NFL that says that the quarterback can't call his own plays?
Yeah, that was another chain of events when Roger the signals and the players. We grew up in an era where the players called the quote.
They called their own plays half the time.
They called their own. So you didn't have no offensive coordinator and person up in the booth calling plays, sending down. So that was a kind of a shock to us that they had to delay the game for that reason.
Well, I'd like to thank my co-host in here, Mr. Raven himself, William Young. Will, I want to get your input on, since you're the Ravens guru here. What is your take on the John Harbaugh firing?
I don't know. I guess it took too long. I don't know.
What? Come on,
He said, I don't know, it took too long. We need more more than that.
I guess they saw it different. You know, they want to go in a different direction. I think you're the one that brought it to my attention that there's a couple of other coaches that's on the hot seat, right? Like on the floor or Buffalo coach that's on the hot seat, right? And I
Well,
guess to
it's
me,
rumored
it's
that
like,
they're on the hot seat. We don't know. You know, when they say that they're on the hot seat, how much that goes in because certain owners and stuff like the way that everything is running. And just like I said about y'all owner, it's going to get to a point where he gets fed up of what's going on because
I guess it's like the
of the meteorocracy that was going on.
yeah, I guess like that Janet Jackson song. What have you done for
Go
me
ahead.
lately? Um, what have you done for me lately? Is what the owners are saying. So
Well, let me throw this in there for you on your behalf, Will.
uh-huh.
In
Yeah.
football, if a receiver bumbles a play or mess up during the game, a punter messes up, they will be traded later in the season or let
But
go.
not before then. You're right.
And when the young kicker, I don't care if he was a rookie, you had a rookie kicker.
He shouldn't have missed that. He shouldn't have missed that kick.
No, that was
ridiculous.
that was a game
Oh my
that
God.
Baltimore should have won off a field goal. So therefore, Mike, you and I kind of touched on it, and I held up.
It should have came
Yeah.
down to a field goal.
Well, we all can say that, but what I'm speaking on,
True too.
when you look at this through the seasons, when a kicker has missed a field goal and he had we missed 3 or 4 all season, key games, they let that kicker go. That kicker does not get to stay on their team. Look, who was previously there, his incident was not game related. It was off the field, but they let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie, he's got to learn. He's got to feel these emotions. No, he been kicking since he was in elementary school. So therefore, he should have made that field goal of 12 yards from the goal line.
Wow.
And if that is a contributing factor to Harbaugh being released, then that's the scapegoat. Because, like my wife said, no emotion, no empathy for the type of loss. When they had that game, Lamar played well.
Mm-hmm.
He played like everybody expected, which was the key game, the key draw,
Right.
and he showed up. So his credibility is still intact. But if you're asking for a office or regime change in Baltimore, as well as in Washington, the coaching staff, all of them have to be on the same page. They have to want to coordinate their play calling, take advantage of the guys that they have in these positions, offense or defense and special teams, to put them in the best give them that winning edge. In Baltimore, I don't know, this was really a shocker that Harbaugh was let go when the kicker blew the game. As far as calling the game and the way they were playing, they should have really put the game away. But it is what it is.
That's like the I was at the barber shop today, and I was talking to my barber and everything. I was telling him that about Buffalo and how Buffalo lost their games against teams who had a running team. And I guess I'm
Right.
saying the way Pittsburgh was playing, we were moving the ball easily, very easy, to where I think it was 23 seconds left on the clock. We had a timeout. We could have took 2 shots at the end
Right.
zone,
Correct.
and we chose to kick it. So for me, I would have fired Harbaugh after the game, personally. because ain't no way you move the ball the way you move it with 23 seconds left on the clock. You could have got one play off, actually 3 plays in 23 seconds,
Yes.
and took it down to the
I
1.
I just received a text in the chat, and the person asks, when does the defense not keeping the offense off the field come into that scenario?
As I listen to,
That's a good
I
question.
listen to. It is a great question. I listened to NFL Countdown, and they was talking about the defense and Lamar's frustration, and they were saying that Lamar's frustration is more on the defense than the offense, and nobody's being held accountable for the things they do. Zach Orr should have been let go a long time ago. But yeah, it's all on defense.
With that being said, Will,
And
last
also,
night I was
and
online.
also the other,
Right, Mike, let me get this in right quick. Ray Lewis had spoke out about the game. Did
Okay.
you hear his comments,
No,
Will?
no.
Okay, you might,
Go ahead.
because I missed
no,
it,
I
but
didn't
I
hear
would
his
have liked to know.
comments, but the other question was time of possession wins the game 90% of the time. That's another thing that is definitely true too. The time of possession. If my thing is this, the Ravens had one timeout left. They could have.
Mhm.
They already took the one big shot. Okay, that got them down there with Likely.
Mhm.
My thing
Mhm.
is this: why couldn't they do it again? What was the? Why couldn't they say, "Hey, we're going to go ahead, drive down the field. We got 22 seconds. We're at the. We don't want to do a 44-yard field goal because we don't know how this young man is in the clutch. Okay,
I
so
think
we
that's
got a
an easy
timeout
answer.
left. Why don't we just go ahead and just take 2 shots for the end zone?
I think that's the easy answer, isn't it? I think it's called Vegas.
Oh, what?
Vegas. Thank you for bringing my hometown into the picture.
No, but go get back to time of possession. It's only if they're going to do something in the time that they do have. And if the calls aren't made properly and the players don't play, what do you got?
Execute.
That's a waste of time. They're going to lose. And that's what's happening with that team.
They kill their own momentum.
That's true. That's
They kill their
that's
own
true. But you also gotta take into account with that, okay? Yeah, they killed their own momentum, but you also gotta take into account that you know, either you gonna go for the game, you could have won the game no matter what. You should have got closer than 44 yards. You should have got into the 20s, but they
I think they
didn't.
just wanted to play.
So
You know, Harbaugh's always been known. To
no,
play
he
it
just
safe.
thought he had
No
Justin
matter-
Tucker.
No, he plays it safe too much.
Too safe.
He played it so safe it cost them, let's say, 7 games.
Yes.
If let's say 7 to 14, I know it's 7, okay, but 7 games has cost them, and those 7 games were with 10-point leads to where they had put the offense on neutral drive and just did the bare minimum to win the game, and teams has come back from 10 plus down to beat them. So he played it safe.
Yeah, well, let's see,
It's
because
a
like any team will be lucky to have Harbaugh come and coach their team.
Yeah, they would.
Only if he's going to do his job properly.
change of environment.
Whatever.
Change of environment. And then he's
Maybe he
part
wasn't a happy coach.
well, sometimes you can run your course. And like I said earlier, and I'm gonna go back to it.
Right.
Right now in our society, there's a movement, and I'm gonna say the word movement, to outs all of the senior people that are in these positions more than 15 years. They just the next generation just want younger people across the board. So if you're a coach, in this case, Harbaugh and Tomlin, and I'm trying to think of the Kansas City coach.
Andy Reid.
See, if you
Yeah.
haven't
Andy
if
Reid?
you haven't been a
Andy-
winner, yeah,
Andy
if you haven't been, see, Andy Reid has proven he's a winner. Everybody's going to start out kind of on the rough side, but you got to have an organization that's going to back you. Philly was impatient, so they let him go.
Mhm.
You got a new regime,
Look at it now.
got the right players, everybody got on the same page. That's the results. We ain't going to talk about New England because New England were borderline cheaters.
Right. And he a
Cheats.
You know what I say about New England? You know who won those Super Bowls for New England?
Who?
Josh McDaniel.
Who's that?
Buffalo.
Uh,
We rephrase that again, Will.
Josh McDaniels.
Won those
He
Super
said
Bowls
he
because
said
of the
who
play-
won them games was Josh McDaniels.
because of the play calling. The players executed, but with
Yeah,
the offensive mind that he
The play
with
calling
the
that
offensive mind he got. Okay, man.
That goes back to why my wife asked the question, what happens when the communication break down? Why can't they all of a sudden, they know what plays work, goes back to your point, Mike. They know what play is beneficial. That's going to get them some yards that they need. But they do not go back to those plays maybe twice. Running plays, you can run all day. They ain't got somebody that's going to stop you.
I think that's a waste of time, especially the ones that go up the middle. That's ridiculous. I just can't stand it.
But Baltimore lost.
Well,
They beat
it
themselves
just
playing
depends.
conservative.
It just depends on the play.
Is it what?
Say that again, Mike.
It depends on. I say it depends on the play design and how the play is designed and called. If they're designed to go up the middle, they're going to go up the middle. If they're designed to go to the outside, they're going to go to the outside.
Execution.
But they very seldom
Right.
get anywhere. They get 1 or 2 yards, 3, 4 at the max.
I think it's more about the punishment that's being dished out
Exactly.
and weakening the other team to where the other team is going to cave in.
You
Yeah, but-
remember the Detroit game where I want to say, I don't know if it was Detroit and Minnesota. I can't remember the exact game right off. But remember the offensive line was moving. They were pushing those guys back. Second half, all of a sudden they couldn't block them. And see, those are signs of not that you're conditioned, but if the format of the game has changed, or like I always say, fourth quarter, these commercials pop up, they checking the numbers, and then the game changes, or a play or two alters the game, and then or even there's a penalty or flag. So I'm only going to say this about Steelers Baltimore. Didn't matter who really won, because either coach was going to be let go.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. Unfortunately, it was
I
because
gotta agree to disagree.
because Lamar is the guy that's bringing in the money for the Ravens.
Yeah.
He's the like your Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
See,
Lord.
those are guys that are carrying the lead.
Yep.
And if you notice the newscast, the sportscasters all that week, is Lamar coming back? Is he going to be able to play? That tells you right then and there. They need that to keep the ratings up and people buying
Keep the
tickets
people in their seats.
and bet. So let's move on.
Again, and then I'm gonna move on to Mike McDaniel. But Mike McDaniel. But I'm gonna say this, okay? And if Pittsburgh would have lost, Mike Tomlin wasn't going away. And the reason why I say that is this, okay? Mike Tomlin would have finished with another winning season. So that would have been 19 winning seasons. Mike Tomlin wants to go out on 20 and retire at 20. He wants to be the only coach to do 20 and retire at 20. Okay. I think,
All right, that's
and that's the reason why
background.
Pittsburgh won't let him go, and then they want to groom somebody else to get them to take that spot for when Mike Tomlin does leave.
I don't think it matters
Now,
because
now I'm going to jump on Mike McDaniel one out of Miami, which everybody thought, even he thought he was safe until he got that phone call and they shook up the whole front office and everything else. If everything is correct and they saying that Harbaugh may go there, we will see. If he does, because he wants to control and everything else, I will say this: Tua's gone. I think they will eat that money, and Tua will be out of there. I don't.
You said they want 99 million to get rid of Tua.
99 million.
99
Yes.
million. Would you eat 99 million to get rid of a player?
That's
not. That's
Denver did worse.
99.9% of your salary cap.
They did worse. But the thing is, you got to see what you got left of Tua. If Harbaugh goes there, I really don't think Harbaugh is going there. I think Harbaugh will be the Giants' next coach. And the reason why I say that is the Giants has everything in place, has more in place and a better team in place than they do with with Miami.
He might go to the Cardinals so he could be out west and relax and then retire.
Let me tell you what happened with Miami. The O-line happened to Miami. The O-line. The O-line hasn't protected that man in 3 years.
That's another factor.
Again,
what?
Again, we had this conversation. Okay, Mike McDonald got smart, and what he did was Mike McDaniel got smart was he said, okay, I see Tua's getting beat up. The second half of the season, they got better. The reason why was he was running the ball more and he was running that zone scheme. Okay, that zone scheme with it, right. And once you do that zone scheme, it changes a lot of stuff up. And that's what happens. Mm-hmm. And that's why he started running better in the second half than he did in the first half of the season.
You think they would have saved his job if he had did it early on?
Let me throw a curve in here on that, Mike.
I think he was going anyway.
One thing to take in consideration, Tua is a left-handed quarterback. And if I'm not mistaken, I think last year or the year before the concussion, when they realized he was getting hit and having concussion. When you have a left-handed quarterback, you have to really change up your design, your play design, and the routes have to be kind of reestablished for that left-handed thrower. The ball has a different spin. And the reason why I'm saying that, because when Kenny Stabler was with my Raiders, that was one of the things that they discussed, whether or not the receivers and the linemen could move laterally more to his left to protect him. So if your offensive line is not agile enough and they know what their blocking assignments are, the game ain't that complicated. Just go out there and play. So Tua, and then him being down there in Miami, it's just the times we're in, they just got tired of looking at him. Mm-hmm. They're ready for him to move on. And think about the Tebow situation. When you have guys that have enough skill to be a quarterback, but they're not cut out to be a quarterback. So they're trying to force them to be quarterbacks. That's why I'm not too much keen on Trevor Lawrence. But he's coming around. Give him a couple more years, but beat it may. That's where I am.
All right, do
As
anybody
far
else
as
want to chime in
Commanders,
on it?
as
I
far as
agree.
Commanders,
We
you
ain't even
all are
got to
going to
them yet, but
oh, okay. I'm ahead of schedule.
I haven't got on them yet. Yeah, you way ahead of schedule. Do anybody else want to chime in?
I'm in.
All right.
Nah, I don't have to say on that.
So the next one is Raheem Morris in Atlanta. I knew that was coming. I knew that downfall was coming from the day he took the job. I don't think Raheem Moore.
Stint, isn't it?
Yeah, I did because that is his second stint as a head coach, and I don't think he's going to get a third.
That's the second stint with Atlanta.
No, he was the interim coach. He was the interim coach for Atlanta, but I don't think he's going to get another. I don't think he's going to get another coaching job. I think he will get a D coordinator position, but he's not going to get another coaching position.
I think he probably will, because he didn't do a bad job in Atlanta coaching. Just the players didn't execute, and then too, you can't blame him for what's his name getting hurt.
Yeah.
Two.
Oh.
Well, Raheem, he has good. I think with Atlanta, when Pickens? Pitts. When he went down at the quarterback position, that kind of derailed them a little. But
you're talking about the quarterback?
Yes, for the Falcons.
Penix.
Yeah. See, he would. That's where they were starting out. They were doing. Atlanta started out good, and he got hurt. It's just like when Jaden Daniel got hurt. If your offensive coordinators, that coaching staff have not, as I always say, gone to Plan B and got everybody else on board, you're not going nowhere. So you can't. They don't want to blame the player. They'll go to the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Took 2 steps back.
Agree.
And the only time you watch Atlanta, they only play good when they on TV. Outside of that, they don't have, they're just a draw for the fans.
But you know what? They're wasting Bijan Robinson's career.
I agree.
They're wasting the man's career.
By the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Penix is good. I like Drake London. He's a good receiver, but I think personally he's not all that great of a receiver. He's more of a third red zone target. They need somebody on the outside who's a true receiver who can take the top off and make plays. And I don't think Atlanta has that. I may be wrong, but I don't think they have that type of receiver. Drake London is a good receiver, a possession receiver, but he's not your game changer. If Bijan Robinson ain't running crazy over people, Atlanta don't stand a chance. So they need a true number 1 receiver on the outside to go along with Bijan Robinson. And then you'll have Atlanta to really talk about in the upcoming future.
Well, they're just a draw. But hey, Mike, I got a question. In this case, when we're seeing certain guys that aren't able to hold up their position on the field, they're not that guy. How much, and I'm throwing this out there with the UFFL, how much of those players, I'm going to call them second tier guys because they didn't make the NFL. How many of those guys are just as qualified, but they were not selected? What is that process? Do you have any insight on that?
Well, on something like that, really what it is I'm going to say the UFL right now is basically the G League for the NFL. Basically, it's a lot of players that doesn't make it to the NFL that goes there because if you look, a lot of their coaches, they are former NFL coaches. So what they're doing is they're getting their guys ready to go to that next level. Or a couple of the guys that's on that team has came from the NFL. Okay, if you look at, like, for instance, I'm gonna go with the DC Defenders. They won it all, but at least half their roster is former NFL players. Okay, so to me, that's basically like the G League is between the NFL and college. It's right there. It's in that middle because you get a lot of the college players who don't make it, they go there. You get a lot of the NFL players who don't get picked up in free agency, they go there. So it's just, to me, it's a G League that they're trying to refine people and get people back into, basically back to the league and back again and playing that professional football.
So I have a
You're
question
right.
for
It's a
you.
development league, basically. Basically, that's what they're using it. But they also using it as the thing of, if you look at like the 4th and 15 and all of that stuff and the dynamic kickoff, they're looking at stuff that they can get from there and also implement in there.
So those second,
Go ahead,
so
Will.
those second tier players that's in the UFL, aren't a
Yeah,
majority of them are 4-year starters in school, aren't they?
I
majority of
think
them,
they're just
yes.
as
So that's what make them. So okay, so they too old, basically. I mean, if you look at it, they're
Well,
too old. So the average age
I'm not going to say
of
they
those players
old.
is 25, but they're 25, and
well,
I'm
there are
not.
guys that just didn't cut it.
right. I get that they just didn't make it, but I'm saying the ones that are. I'm just saying the ones that a 4-year start. They were 4-year starters, and they were probably starters on their team.
Correct.
They wasn't They wasn't the bench riders. They
Right.
were starters. They just didn't make it. And what I'm saying is,
They,
okay, fine. They in the G League of the NFL, but at the same time, they just filling players for the younger players that get hurt for the time being. So the younger player come back, they get
there you
cut
go.
and released
There
to
you
go
go.
back.
See,
Is that
Right.
right?
It's like,
they want to
right. It's
keep
like the NFL version of, yeah.
they
Yeah.
want
It's
to
like the
keep the
NFL
game.
version of a bigger practice squad. That's it.
They want to keep the game moving fast. So you
Go
have
ahead,
to
Colin.
keep the younger players. But the thing about it, the younger players, if they don't have the experience, then you have to decide whether or not you want to get a veteran player that already has 2 or 3 years in the league, but he's out the league. He's got 2 or 3 years with the G League or the USFL, or they just need some more strengthening, whatever it could be. But going back to Will's point earlier, and the question was, if each team needs a certain type of player, I am sure there are guys out there that can fill that void. They may not be the star, but at least you have the threat. It's just like when the player is hurt, he comes back in, the star player, he's just a decoy because he's not 100%. But you mean to
Oh
tell
yeah,
me you
yeah,
can't,
yeah,
so it's a lot of ways to look at this whole big picture. Just throwing it out there.
yeah. And then,
It
all
is.
right, we're gonna move on. Yeah, hey, we're gonna move on. The other one is Kevin Stefanski from the Cleveland Browns, out after 6 turbulent seasons. I think he should have been gone. He, I, I, I think Stefanski should have went somewhere else once they went and got Deshaun Watson. I think he wanted out then because that wasn't his choice. And if
Um,
you don't, if you're a head coach, a lot of head coaches and GMs wants their own guy, and I think he got forced on both him and Baker. And so, I think a fresh start for him. Now he will probably get another head coaching gig.
so you saying, okay, so Stefanski, let's go into him. So he got a raw deal with with Watson and Baker. Do you think he wanted Baker, or do you think he wanted
Right,
somebody else who
right.
came out in that same draft class as Baker? I mean, I
He
don't
probably wanted
know.
somebody else that came out in that same draft class because you got to remember one thing: Baker was there when he got there.
Was he?
He never drafted Baker Mayfield. Yes,
What year Baker came out?
Kevin Stefanski
Um,
never drafted
so when this how long?
the
Didn't want to play.
2019?
Baker Mayfield
Hello?
been out since Lamar. They all came out together.
18. Okay. So Stefanski got there in 2019, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no,
It really shouldn't make
6
a difference.
years.
But here's what here's what I'm going to, I will throw in this section of the comment on this. When a coach comes in, they usually most of them they were getting 5 years to rebuild. And if you're a coach coming out of college, or you coming up from assistant coaching along with whatever the team, and they want to keep it in-house, or they've worked out a deal to you go to another team, you have to come there with what you want to run, with what you want to put together. Because if you're not successful and you're getting beat really bad, or you're looking humiliated on the team as a team, you're going to be out there sooner than later. But for whatever reason, right now, I think these owners are looking possibly 5 to 8 years down the road of who's coming out of college, who has the potential of being a leader. And reason why I'm going back to say that, I remember what Jerry Jones said about Dak Prescott, how long he had been locked in on him. I think it's first or second year of college. Yeah. So a lot of times these owners already have an idea who they want. And if you're a new owner, you just want to get in it to make the money. So you have no clue of what you want to build your organization and to get the right players there. And that's where I would just kind of just lean to. And of course, everybody knows that when these guys come out of college, they're not going to be drafted in a position that they were in college dominating in. It's going to be a defensive back, an end, or running back. And that kind of throws everything off, because Lamar was one of those rare occasions where they actually allowed him, they had to work out to keep him in that position. Mahomes had already showed ability. Cam Newton, the ability. So they look at guys that they know are going to be quarterbacks. Now you just have to put the right pieces together, personnel-wise, in the locker room that's going to work together to get you where the owner wants you to be. Not you're going to be right. And they kind of know who they're going to trade off. The Giants coach, he should have been gone after Coughlin. They should have looked for another coach like Coughlin, or extended it, because Coughlin was really, if you remember, he was pissed because the owner then versus the new owner, they just didn't have a clue. They were going down the same path as the Cleveland Browns organization was going down. Nowhere. And that's why they dropped, because they put so much emphasis on, at that time frame, on Eli Manning. And Eli Manning wasn't all that. So when you don't develop a player, and look at your Commanders, Mike, their offensive coordinator and the coach, I felt they ran into a brick wall when Daniels was not coming back. What can we do? The plays were kind of, and then Mariota went down. So it left them in a position where we're just going to coast through the season. Just play. And that's what you do. You bite the bullet, and you try not to make it look so bad that you screwed up because you didn't have plan B in place. That's how I see it from my years of watching football. They get these guys on board one way or another. You get the right collection of players, you win some games. Detroit showed that when they let their assistant go. So that meant he was the one calling. And the coach ended up calling the games, and look where Detroit has been since he took over. They've been struggling. So if you don't have, as Will, you said, an alpha, a
Mm-hmm.
dog that's keeping everybody together on all pages.
You just got a bunch of puppies.
And Will, I hear it in your voice, man. I hear the disappointment. But
The,
it's
What?
okay.
What
the next
disappointment?
one I want the next one I want to jump on is Jonathan Gannon, who tender ended after 3 seasons with limited success. I think a lot of that has to do with not just the defense in Arizona, but also the fact you got a quarterback that, yeah, his first year he did good, but then they expected to follow it up after that. And I think a lot of it was Cliff Kingsbury had him there, did good the first year. Then they figured that offense out, and it went down after that. So, to me, I think Jonathan Gannon was dealt the hand that he was given from the jump,
Yeah, because first and foremost, you
and
got
he could
Kyler
never
Murray,
turn
who's
it
like
around.
5'6". Kyler Murray's only 5'6".
He's
He,
short.
he got Napoleon complex. But okay, no fun to say, but
That's messed up.
you got somebody who's 5'6" playing quarterback. He's talented. You always got to keep him in the gun, and all you gotta do is have 3 rush lanes, the 2 outsides in the middle to contain him, because he'll burn you when he get outside the pocket. When you
That's true.
contain him, you can be 6 foot. You
That,
can pretty much keep him in a box, and he can't see over you. He needs a lane. So the offense struggled.
that's
So
true.
if Rich Gannon was given a quarterback that he drafted himself, I think he
Jonathan
would
Gannon.
have had better success because
Right.
Jonathan Gannon. All right, the defense was not bad. It's just the
Yeah.
offense couldn't really score. Napoleon complex. Come on, Kyler Murray, short dude. I mean, I don't have nothing against short people, but he can't see.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
And
Rich
then we
Gannon
know
was just your.
about
It's like a delay.
you mean Jonathan Gannon. Jonathan Gannon, he was a
Okay.
coach. But the last 3 we already know about: Dayball, Pete Carroll, and Brian Callahan. That's 8 head coach openings and potential of the most intriguing hires we've seen in years. Turnover at power positions that change league's trajectory. I'm gonna open up like this to me, and I'm jumping on Washington. Their thing is, I think the reason why Cliff Kingsbury got let go is because, one, I think he got figured out. They knew what he was going to do. They knew a lot of the stuff, and then you kept Jaden in the shotgun, which me and Will had this conversation. The last year, he wasn't in the shotgun as much. He was under center. So, and his powers is get me on the center, and I'm gonna pick a team apart. They kept him in the gun, and he wasn't trying to basically change that, and that's where a lot of the injuries and stuff came from. But to me, just like us, they went and they stayed in house, which was good. That was fine. I like David Blau. I think he's going to be a heck of a coordinator, especially coming from a Shanahan tree of and Ben Johnson and also KOC. So I think he's going to be a good one. My thing is going up Interstate 95. I think Baltimore need to chase someone who can maximize Lamar Jackson's MVP level talent and maintain the culture. They need someone with experience and that's offensively creative. To me, who will fit there will be a Mike McDonald.
Or Dayball.
Not as a head coach. As a coordinator, yes. Not as a head coach. I don't think Brian Daboll is a head coach that y'all will want. Now, offensive mind, yeah. But if you got, I think I'm gonna tell you who else. Kuviak. I think Kuviak is another one that can come in and change and change things. What you think,
Possibility. I wouldn't mind either one.
Collins? What you
I
think,
wouldn't mind.
Belinda? What y'all think?
I don't know. They just need a better coach. That's all I know.
I'm
I'll put this to you. If they do, it's gonna be a 2-year project. It's gonna be. Thank you. It's gonna be 2 years.
I agree. I agree.
So
I agree.
if Baltimore fans are patient and let things develop, it may look good in the beginning, but it's going to sputter in the end.
all
I
based
agree.
on, and I'll add to just say, I think the organization were looking down the road of what they wanted to do to see how the season would go and how Lamar was going to pan out, because it's all been centered around his decision making. It's up in the air, because even if you get a new coach and he wants to really redirect the team, and if Lamar goes through his thing again, see, he'll be out. They'll trade him. They'll wait to see who needs a quarterback. And like I said, we could use him, because we're still in the rebuilding stage. We got the cap money.
Y'all are going to get the boy.
Y'all can eat our Manning.
But the thing is, and I'm getting ready to jump to that. Y'all get ready to get Mendoza. Yep. Y'all get ready to get Mendoza.
I'm going to stick with this theory.
And look, hey, Colin.
Yes, sir.
Collins, mark my word.
Yes.
And I said this about Lamar Jackson to every Ravens fans that there was, because I watched Lamar in college. Okay, I'm going to tell you this: if Geno Smith starts next year and he gets hurt the first game, Mendoza comes in, he's not giving that spot back. I'm telling you right now, Mendoza, y'all looking at him and y'all, the name, he is going to be a generational talent, and he's going to be something that that Vegas needed. I'm telling you right now, the same way I said about Lamar Jackson, same thing I'm saying about Mendoza. Mendoza is going to come into the league and he is going to shock a lot of people.
Okay, now let me throw
good.
in there. One
Where's
thing
the national title game? Sorry.
What'd you say, Will?
The national title game. When is it?
Who won last night?
Indiana won.
Oh, Indiana won last night. I think it's next week.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it.
It's
I've
next
never
week.
seen the kid play.
And Mendoza, you got to watch
Okay.
Mendoza play. That boy is nice. He is nice.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to say is totally.
Now, will he pick? Will he?
It might. It might.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yes.
Okay. Who is my stockholder right now that everybody keeps calling the GOAT?
Tom Brady.
Brady, yeah.
Okay. When you have a player that has an IQ for the game, like Peyton Manning didn't want to have anything else to do with football, but Brady has stuck around, and he, like you said, we all were kind of up in arms about him broadcasting the games. But I told my wife, I said, he didn't got to see every player out there. Watched every game. He's watching all the film, and he's watching the college games. So he knows what type of player he wants on his team. It's his team.
He's going to rebuild that
because
team.
he's going to get with the other stockholders on the Vegas team, because all of them under the son. I can't think of his name right now. Ben Davis,
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. He couldn't. He just wasn't an owner. He just made his money off his daddy name. Da 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 da. But Brady's going to put together, bring in quality players. That's why he cleaned house. They let Pete Carroll go, which is cool. You know, he left them with a little something to go on to the younger players, but he's going to bring in guys that's going to fit and have the IQ of how to play football. And that's the gist of what every team goes through. Is this the right guy for our team, this position, that position? And I think Brady has learned enough in the last 2 years of broadcasting to take another perspective of the game in the direction that it's going in. So I look for us to come around in about 2-3 years, along with the Commanders.
Well,
if the organization
well,
3,
one, it ain't gonna take us that long. But two,
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna take y'all that long. If Tom Brady, if Tom Brady is going to do what I think Tom Brady is going to do, and that is draft Mendoza, I look at it like this. Next, if he draft Mendoza and they don't sit Mendoza for the year, and they get the right coach to come in here and coach Mendoza, the Raiders will be in the play. Mark my words, okay? And I'm saying this: the Raiders will be in the playoffs and probably make a deep playoff run next year.
Mm-hmm.
year 2, not next
Because
year.
Mendoza, no, next year. Mendoza's that good. Mendoza can put the team on his back and take that team to the next level. Now, I want to see how he overcomes this Miami defense, the Hurricanes defense during the national championship game, because the Hurricanes got 8 players right now that can start in the NFL day one. If he goes into that national championship game and he picks that team apart and they win, yeah, Mendoza is that guy. He's going to be that guy next year. So he could actually take the Raiders with what y'all have, put him on his back and say, let's do this. But you need the right coach.
Okay, so
and it all depends on who Tom Brady wants there to coach.
Okay. Here it is. You got Mendoza, Dante Moore, Todd Simpson, Drew Allard, and Carson Beck are your early draft picks in a quarterback draft class. So
the only 2 that's the best, and go ahead.
Then the other notable names are John Mateer, Kate Klubnik, Lenore Sellers, and Garrett Nosmere from LSU. Those are the quarterbacks.
I'm gonna tell you the 2. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you the 3, and it's only 2 that really is going to be your top 2 most coveted: Mendoza, and I forgot the boy name out of Ole Miss. What's the boy name out of Ole Miss that's coming out after six seasons in college where he's trying to play 7? But boy out of Ole Miss and Beck, them the only 3 that's really is going to do something if they come out. And to me, Mendoza and I forgot his name out of Ole Miss, the black quarterback.
They
Trinidad,
but
Trinidad,
them 2, they're going to be Trinidad. Yeah, Trinidad. Him and Trinidad, Mendoza and Trinidad are the 2 best that's coming out of this year's draft, and they're going to be the 2 best on whatever team they go to. Trinidad, they looking at his height because he's 6 feet, but he's going to pick a team apart like Drew Brees did. Them 2 right there are the 2 best that's coming out, and then I'll give Beck number 3.
Okay, so March is the combine, right?
The Trump girl.
The end of March
April.
is the combine.
Can't touch it.
April.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, February. The end of February is the combine.
Okay. So I'll give you my. I never seen Mendoza play,
Lawson and Sauce.
but I say between Ty Simpson and Beck are going to be your top 2-tier quarterbacks outside of Trinidad.
Well, I heard
We'll
both
see.
of y'all.
But you gonna watch Mendoza.
It's all about chemistry.
Go ahead, Collins.
Mhm.
I say it's all about chemistry. If these guys that are getting drafted, they go
And
to
I
their
agree.
team and they are not able to carry the team, but as long as you can carry it. But when you get on the field with the pros, guys that this is my job, and I've been here 5, 6, 7, 8 years. It's just like your quarterback. Suppose Johnson, is it Johnson, his last name? Commanders. That's been around for a while.
Who?
And he had
No.
fairly good. What's his name?
Oh, you
But he
talking
had
about
a
Brian
fairly
Johnson, the quarterback coach?
yeah. No, the quarterback for y'all that fielding after Mariota.
Johnson.
Yeah. See,
Oh,
you know,
Josh Johnson. Yeah.
See, he reminds me of Geno Smith. He's qualified, but he hasn't been given a full opportunity with a coordinator and a team to go out there and show what he needs. I'm gonna take you back to Campbell when he played for your Redskins, and they kept talking about we need a scrambling quarterback. No, Campbell was an in the pocket quarterback, 6'3" or 6'4". So when these teams look at
Right. And the
quarterbacks they
strong
want, yeah, see, it's all about what they want, where they
Right.
want to go, and who they want to draft. That's why I'm saying with this time around for the Raiders, Brady's going to make sure he get the right guys that have the mentality, because you got to have toughness. You can't be doing what Richards did for Indiana, get out there and then have a nervous breakdown on the field because you getting in, you're showing your skills. But that's a whole nother story. But all in all, you can't let your ego dictate how you're going to be as a player. You got to still stay within the team concept. You follow me?
Right. I do. I
Oh,
have a
Yeah, I
question for
agree.
both of you. I have
because
a
Lamar
question for both of you, though.
and he became bigger than the team. There's a problem there. Mahomes was able to balance that because he respected his offensive line. See, there's a check and balance there. And I learned that from watching how OJ did with his Buffalo Bills back in the day. So these guys got to get in their head. I may be good and I can do this and that, but I can't be bigger than the team because you need your offensive line, you need that tight end. And if you notice the league, they change up every so often to give the tight ends, as they get a drum or something, they giving the tight end a little play because you always had two receivers, but they've never built their offense around two receivers and a tight end that makes it so you have to play man to man because you can't double up. And then if you got two strong running backs, your offense is set. All you just need
Mhm.
line be capable of blocking and pushing them guys down the field. That's how you build a strong team. We're coming. The Raiders are coming, y'all. Be patient.
I agree.
Was
I
Mendoza
agree.
a
I
four-year starter
agree.
in
All
Indiana?
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna switch it up just a second, just a tad bit. And I want to get into Will's favorite thing, which is the NBA. And I want to get his take on this heist that I say that the Wizards took by getting Trae Young from Atlanta. What you think about that, Will?
I don't know. My mind is blank. I haven't kept up with the NBA. It may be a good trade. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really watched the game this
Uh,
year.
well, with the young talent that Washington got, Yeah, with the young talent Washington got, and if they protect that 8th pick in the first round, which I think they're going to do, because I think they're going to shut Trey Young down for the year, and then start him next year and build around that core, and then turn the Wizards into a basketball powerhouse. So I think it's going to
But
be good,
I will add
but
this.
we'll
I will
see.
add this though. I will add this. Atlanta waived C.J. McCollum. Now he was 24 hours after being traded for him. So he's a free agent.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, it's
And
not.
that's crazy.
No, it's
You
not.
give up
And
all.
I'm
Well,
gonna tell you
they ain't give up no picks.
the reason why it's not crazy because
Okay,
number
go ahead.
one, I think did Trey Young have? Did he have an injury
Yeah.
that kept him out for quite a few games
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is something that's been missed or not quite observed in trades. When a player gets hurt and he has to have a surgery, a certain type of surgery, or he needs some mental stability, there are only a few teams or a few states that will house that for what they need mentally versus physically. And if you need a trade here in the DC area, you got GW, got John Hopkins. So you're going to go where you have the best surgeons and hospitals that are going to take care of my player. If you got some things that you really got going on, you go up to Boston, Massachusetts. You want to be a movie star or actor, you go to California.
Mm-hmm.
See, you have to look at the whole gamut of when these players get traded. And Shaq, I noticed there wasn't no reason for him to leave Miami. He could have been, but see, he would have had to supersede Alonzo Mourning. See, a lot of times everybody don't realize who's the big draw. When Jordan came to DC, that was just helping Abe Pollin out as an owner because he was on the tail end of his
Yeah,
career, and he had a issue with
yeah,
Hamilton back then. As far as this trade with
yeah,
McCollum, these are moves to get better players because the younger players, like I said, they're not. Man, it's just a lack of respect for the older seasoned players, and they just feel like it's their time, and they make it hard for these other ones to adjust. I've been watching the Lakers. I'm a Golden State fan, but I'm not a Laker fan as long as LeBron is there. And the only time his son gets in the game is when it's a blowout and they can't win. LeBron, if you paid attention in his career, he takes off or don't play or claim an injury when he has to go up against another forward that's just as capable and has the ability to play him. He's not up for that challenge.
Not
And if
no
you
more.
watch his career, he'll get up around the foul line inside the 3-point and he'll drive to the basket. He's not all that great. He's just a big guy that has the ability, strong enough like Barkley was to just dominate. But he's not that type of player.
Mhm.
He's not a player. So, if you got somebody carrying the lead, you're going to get and give that respect. Most of them guys are just watching. So McCollum is getting ready to go to another team. Too bad he's turned into trade bait. Trey Young is going to be here for the rest of the season until he get his
yeah.
surgery.
Well,
He had an MCL surgery.
yeah, he already had the surgery, but it is what it is. But now we're
Yeah,
going
and
back to
he might need
going
rehab.
back to uh-huh.
So it's a lot of ways to look at
That's
it.
true.
But
So that's why I say
it's going to keep the season ticket holders and get new season ticket holders. You got to look at the money. I keep saying follow the money. Who's going to bring me some more revenue to my city? So you have to get that stadium built. And maybe a new arena.
Yeah, he already said that. Well, they're spending $800 million on that arena. So to refurbish and everything else. So he already said that he wants the crowd back like it was. So we'll see. But we're going to jump
we'll
into
see.
the wild card weekend schedule. Yeah, we're going to jump back into the wild card weekend schedule with the two games today, which is the Rams and the Panthers and the Packers and the Bears. I got the Rams manhandling the Panthers. What y'all think about these two games?
confidence is everything, Grasshopper.
What y'all think about these? Huh?
Confidence is everything.
I already said they've already projected the
That is
Rams to
true.
go to the Super
Confidence
Bowl.
is everything.
So Carolina beat them once. They may feel like they can beat them twice.
Well, now
Uh,
I seen something that says the Seattle and Denver. So we'll see. And then the other matchup is the Packers and the Bears. This is a weather game. This is a game where it's supposed to be 9 degrees. No, -9. I'm sorry. Feel like temperature is supposed to be snowing and everything else. So this is Green Bay's kind of weather. Yeah.
No, that's Chicago's weather.
And to me, no, that's Green Bay's weather, the frozen tundra. Green Bay's used to this cold weather. They're used to playing.
They're playing in Chicago.
They're playing in Chicago, but it's going right. They're playing in Chicago, but Green Bay loves this weather. Green Bay plays in this weather. Now the big question is this, okay? And Will, I want you to go ahead. The big question is this, and Will, I want you to answer it. Then I want Collins to answer it. Okay? Your boy that you always talking about, Will, your boy gets to play his first game in below zero weather and snow. How do you think he's going to react to that?
It's not snowing in Chicago, son. It's clear.
They are calling for snow.
It's clear.
At the time of the game tonight. They already said it. They said it in the weather.
Well, I got
at the time of the game tonight.
Okay.
Time out. You got a warm weather quarterback playing in temperatures that he hasn't played in. And you saying he's going to put 2 touchdowns up.
Well, don't say that.
Knowing also the hardest thing to do is beat a team 3 times in one season.
They 1-1. Green Bay and Chicago. I got Chicago beating Green Bay.
It's hard to beat a team. Okay.
They 1-1.
I got Green Bay. I got Green Bay going right on in there and piling over them like the snow plows.
Okay.
Go ahead, Collins.
Well,
I'm listening.
I picked Bears because number one, they're home. If you throw weather in the condition, I think it's an even playing field because number 2, Bears, Chicago is closer to the lakes than Green Bay. And this was colder there. They practice there. They don't practice indoors. So that gives them the edge of adapting to the cold weather. And the team,
neither does Green Bay.
The only edge I can give
Bay
to Green Bay because
don't practice indoors either. They practice.
I look at this game as being a toss-up, but I'm giving the edge to the
Bears.
What? I looked at this game as a toss-up. It can go either way, but I'm giving it to the Bears because they'll have home field advantage and with the fans. That's the other edge. And then, of course, we can go into all the other reasons, but I'm toppling this one. So I think that they.
I'm going with Green Bay. Green Bay is going to go in there and show them how you play some real football and cold weather.
Hey, Mike, they're 0-4, right?
I put the stats on the paper.
They're 0-4, right?
Stats are here.
Mike?
I think you froze him. I think he's rethinking his choice for the Packers, Will.
I think so. They 0-4, right? They haven't won a game since Parsons went out.
Correct.
That's right.
So, and then this is a party. Caleb Williams coming out party. Because I mean, I don't think this moment's too big for him. I think he lived for this. And like I was trying to say, I think he'll throw for like 3 and some change and 2 touchdowns.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think Mike is gone. I don't know what he went at.
Hey, we're carried on. So
Yeah,
who are you looking at between the Bills and the Jaguars?
Jaguars.
And they're playing down in Florida.
Yes, they
All right,
are.
I'm back on. My computer jumped off. No, no, my computer jumped. My computer decided it wanted to die on me, so I got to switch it up. But I jumped on my phone.
Oh, okay.
But I'm definitely gonna finish it back up. But yeah, like I said, Chicago. That Chicago game. I got Chicago. I got Green Bay. I think Green Bay is gonna go into Chicago and embarrass Chicago and tell them this is our weather. We play great in the cold. Y'all don't.
Man, I don't know what you're seeing, but let me know.
What you mean? Let you know. I'm seeing two things. I'm seeing a head coach that used to having a team in Detroit that played indoors. They never played outside. Okay, which means you got a lot to adjust to when it comes to the weather, the winds, and everything else. Okay, then you got a quarterback who never played this late into the season and who's from the West Coast. Okay,
Hey,
he never
Mike.
played in this extreme temperature. So you got to take them factors into play. Green Bay is Green Bay.
Man, what are you looking at?
What you mean? What am I looking at?
You want my glasses?
What you mean? What am I looking at?
The man been playing in cold weather all year long.
Who?
The weather
Caleb
has
Williams. Caleb Williams. They already said it. Even he said it. He never played in extreme cold like this.
it
This
might
is
not.
second year.
Okay. So
Last year they was out the playoffs. Last year they ain't
okay,
playing. They didn't play in the playoffs last year.
okay.
Last year he never played in temperatures like this.
Okay, so it may be a coming out party. He may you don't know.
Yeah,
It's just like when you said to me, Lamar has never played in weather in Buffalo before, and Lamar went out and had a great game.
and they lost that game, didn't
It
they?
doesn't
Okay,
matter if they lost; it's called a technicality of a drop. But
okay.
he still played a great game in cold weather that he was supposed to have been horrible in. But what I'm saying about Caleb Williams, it may be cold, but hey, it can be a coming out party too. He may say,
Yeah.
okay, it's cold out here, but I'm going to fight through it and I'm going to win this game.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you
You don't like
listen.
it. You just don't like the man. That's all. That's
No,
all.
it ain't got nothing to
Whatever.
do with that. I'm. It's just a point of
You
where
don't
he's
like the
going to,
man.
where he's going to
You have
mess
negative thought.
around, go into Green Bay, and then he's gonna be like, I mean, go out there and start saying it's too cold out here, it's too this out here,
Okay, so
and they're
what?
gonna be hurting for
Okay, you
certain.
go out there and say it's too cold outside, but I'm gonna toss 3 touchdowns and throw for like 350. But it's cold outside. Then what?
If he throws for 350 and in that weather, I'll be like, okay, he gets he he'll get props from me, but he's not going to throw in no 350 weather. He ain't going to throw for 350 yards in that weather.
Okay, then you don't know Ben Johnson then.
I do know Ben Johnson. And guess what? Where was Ben Johnson coaching at?
Okay, in the dome with Detroit.
Thank you. You said it, not me. You said it.
Okay,
Okay. Remember that. He was coaching where?
okay. All
Yeah.
right, Mike. Well, we'll see we'll see. We'll see. And I think me and Kyle was talking about the next game.
Oh,
Jaguars and the Bills.
the Jaguars and the who?
And the Bills.
Oh man. Oh man.
I got the Jags. I got the Jaguars.
I got the Jags too.
Come on and join me, Mike. I got the Bills.
Mike said I ain't messing with that game.
Yeah, he gone again.
Where he going? What, he cooking us?
49 and Eagles, Will.
I got the Eagles.
I think Shanahan, they're going to be in Philly. But for some reason, if Philly plays inconsistent like they have been, and the 49ers come here and they play slightly above themselves, they'll win this game. Because I look at it as kind of a toss-up, because I'm always looking for one team, or a particular game that there's an upset. And this could be one of the playoff upsets because the Eagles, they just haven't been on a steady pace where they have just been dominant.
Up and down.
You don't choose now to try to get consistency back when you've been up and down for the last 6 games.
Yeah.
Get back in sync. So we'll see how it go.
Yeah, we'll see. But Philly's kind of like that team's like, okay, we're gonna play, but we're gonna play up to the standard we want to play.
Mm-hmm.
If you play a sloppy game, we're gonna play a sloppy game as well. But if you want to go back and forth on scoring, that's what we can do. And I don't think Philly can beat you any kind of way. They're complete. They're a complete team.
They are the champs. So until proven otherwise,
Yep. If they go to the big dance this year, there's nothing nobody can say to them.
except for this game, I'm leaning toward the 49ers. But
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if they do pull it out. I'm still going with Hurts in that aspect. As long as they just don't play, they play good football,
Sloppy, yeah.
consistent.
Yeah, I agree.
And next is the Chargers and Patriots.
Patriots.
Yeah.
I don't have no faith in the Chargers.
So,
No faith at all.
what's the quarterback? Is it Dart? No, Dart is with the Giants.
Justin Herbert.
No, with the Patriots. The Patriots rookie quarterback.
Drake May.
Drake May. And they're at home, so I think they're going to be able to pull this one out due to the weather.
Yeah.
So it's definitely their advantage.
But you know what? Going back to the Patriots, if we ran the ball like we were supposed to, we wouldn't be in this position of being home.
Yep.
That's true.
This is just the luck of the draw. Play calling.
Yeah.
And like I say, the game is 100 years. There's not a play out there that you can't call offense and defense that's going to gain yards, score a touchdown, or a play that's going to sack the quarterback, get an interception. It's not a play out there that you can't deviate from if you call it at the right time.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, where you been?
No, my speaker went out.
He got all kinds of
Yeah, my speaker decided it wanted to switch over to the Bluetooth, and I don't have the Bluetooth in my ear, so then I had to switch it back over.
Oh, okay.
Your commanders ain't in the picture. That's all.
Hey, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
I'm just gonna mute the phone and say mute it for a while.
Nah, but yeah, I'm looking at this where I'm gonna have if if the Patriots do, which I do think they're going to beat the Chargers, then we gotta start having that conversation about Justin Herbert. Is he really that guy?
No, he's not.
Right,
No,
I don't think
no,
he's ever been that guy.
right.
he's just for show.
Yeah.
He he's like the band the Beach Boys. If you ever been on the beach, you think about a band that just represents summer and being on the beach.
Yeah.
The Monday night game, the Titans and the Steelers, that's gonna be a good game.
It is.
That's
Hey,
gonna be a good game.
hey, Mike,
And on that note, yeah,
go back because you left us when we were picking out the Jags and Bills. Who you got?
I got the Bills just because I don't trust Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, 49ers and Eagles.
49ers going 49ers all the way. I don't trust the Eagles offense. Their defense, yeah, I don't trust their offense.
Okay, and you got the Patriots, right?
Yeah, I got the Patriots.
Okay, now we down to Monday night. I just wanted to get you on records because you took a little vacation.
Yeah. So I got these who I got. I got the Rams, I got the Packers, I got the Bills, I got the 49ers, I got the Patriots, and now we're discussing the Monday night one and want to see who everybody got. Who you got?
I got the Texans.
You got the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Texans, I got the Texans.
I got the Texans. I think they're going to the Super Bowl.
I ain't gonna say all that. I don't think they're gonna I I don't think they're gonna beat Denver.
Denver can be beat though.
Yes, they can.
They can, but it's gonna be hard.
It's
If
not
it
hard.
ain't Denver, it's gonna be the Patriots going back.
I don't want them to go any
Look,
further.
I hate to throw this in there
I really don't.
because it's just where this country is. So I'm gonna say don't be shocked by those teams. If the Patriots or the Broncos advance to play, I'm gonna still stick with Seattle out the
Oh, yeah, I
AFC.
think they're going all the way.
I think Seattle's going all the way too. I'm sticking with Seattle. I think
Yeah.
Seattle is
You
going
know,
to.
but
I think they.
you got people in this country. It's still a white-faced country. So that's how I'm gonna look at that because the Broncos pretty much represent, and uh, the Chargers could. So it's kind of iffy.
I think the
So,
Super Bowl is going to be the Seahawks and the Broncos.
Mm.
I think it's going to be the Seahawks and the Broncos. But the Monday night game, I'm going to say this. I'm gonna ride with the Texans.
Yep.
I think their defense is going to overwhelm. Is going to overwhelm um
Pittsburgh
Houston.
offense.
No, their defense is going to overwhelm Rodgers into making a ton of mistakes. The only way I see Pittsburgh winning this game is if they cheat because they're playing in Pittsburgh.
Well, that's the part you kind of say you have to whisper, right,
Well,
Will?
I can't whisper that because who knows what may happen. You got a priest blessing the end zone, so we going to see what happens with that. But Will, who you got?
I got the Texans.
No, I'm talking about for all the games.
I got the Texans. I got the Rams, and I got Jacksonville.
So
And I
you got the Rams, you got the Bears,
in the Bears, yeah.
you got the Jaguars. Who you got between the Eagles and the 49ers?
Eagles.
You got the Eagles.
Mm, yeah.
I can't trust that Eagles offense.
Nope.
I
I, I could trust it.
I can't. It's hard. It's hard for me to say. I would like to see the NFC East represent, but I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, while you on vacation, I stressed that the Eagles have been kind of inconsistent their last 6 to 7 games. And if they come out being inconsistent, they're not going to win. But
Right.
if
They
they
well,
come out and they on page, because sometimes you can lure another team thinking that they're going to be able to beat you because you have been playing inconsistent. So that's where I would see them winning the game, because like I told Will while you were traveling, this, this is a up and down game. It can go either way, but it depends on how the Eagles come out the locker room and how they're going to play on the field. If they start second guessing and just messing up, you can't give the 49ers a break because they're a team that will capitalize. That's how I see the game. It's a toss
I'm
up.
gonna say this. I agree with you, but also one more thing to think about, and me and Will talked about this. That zone running scheme, that zone block scheme. You're pushing their offensive line, their defensive lineman now in a direction that they're not used to going in. So that is right there. Is going to Jordan Davis and all of them ain't gonna be able to impact the game with that zone run scheme, because all them illegal chop blocks that they be doing, and everybody know the whole zone run scheme is illegal chop blocks. But them illegal chop blocks that they be doing, that right there alone is what's going to make Philly say we wasn't ready for this.
Mm-mm.
Well, that to see once again goes back to your coaching staff in preparation for the game. You're supposed to look at them films, watch the teams that did beat them, watch the teams that they dominated, and see where did they fall short. And you put your game plan together for that team. That's what coaching is supposed to be about. And that's why I say there is no excuse for none of these teams to be blowing games down to the last second, because like they all tell all of us, you've hired supposedly the best qualified. So get out there and show me what you can do. Do your job, play your position. And if you happen to be that type of player that can make changes on the field, that can adjust, it's like I told my wife with her Cowboys. I can't wish your split end defensive guy that was supposed to be replacing Parsons. He didn't do diddly. He was just out there just going through the motions, which a lot of these players do all see. They just go through the motions. Long they got that check coming in. So it just depends. If you want that ring, you're going to play hard. You're going to make your name. And I'm going to throw this in. Myles Garrett. That was not a sack. Burrows dropped. Hey, you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh,
I'm
Myles Garrett
listening.
should not have gotten credit for that sack. But because they needed statistics for the end of the year, because the Browns wasn't going anywhere, they had to go come up on a high note.
So what was it then?
Joe Burrows, if you rewatch it, he was the defensive lineman, and the offensive lineman had closed in. The defensive lineman pushed him back. He had nowhere to go, so he dropped down.
Yeah,
Myles Garrett
but
happened to come in the back way and fell on him.
right. It's still listen. It's still a sack. No matter how you look at it, it's still a sack.
I understand. I just explained to you why it was a sack, so they could go into statistical information.
No, you can't say that wasn't a sack. He touched the man. No matter if the man fell on his own, if he tripped, whatever, the man, it's a sack.
Yeah, we know
It's
that, but it still shouldn't have been.
That's
yeah,
all.
He didn't cause it. Let's put it that way. He didn't cause
He
it.
did not get there
right,
clean enough.
There you go.
right. He didn't get there clean. Right, he didn't get there clean. But you know what? It is what it is. So what we're going to do is, and I enjoy having y'all on here as usual. We're going to go ahead and finish this out, close everything out. It's wild card weekend. We got an hour and some minutes before the game, the first game. So I'm gonna say this: enjoy the wild card weekend, enjoy the games, and hopefully, who y'all want to win, and who y'all want to lose.
Hey, what y'all cooking? What y'all cooking?
Absolutely, I don't know yet.
I got a sports question for you. We just found out that Tiger Woods is dating and possibly getting married to, what's her name?
Donald Trump's.
Vanessa Trump, the niece.
Oh
Well,
well, that's on
no,
him.
she was the ex for Donald Trump Jr.
Oh,
Oh
so
well.
Trump
Oh
take
oh, you mean Donald Trump Jr. ex-wife?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, she wanted to go from a millionaire to a billionaire. That's on
Yeah.
her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She wanted
They
to
take
go.
his money.
Yep. They trying
He
to
gonna
take.
mysteriously become ill or pass away.
Hey, look.
They
Everything
Hey,
really
come to
look.
her.
Hey, look. She wanted to go from somebody that has daddy's money to somebody that got their own money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Mm-mm-mm.
we'll see.
Oh well.
Yeah. But
But boy,
I enjoy the games. Enjoy y'all weekend. And talk to y'all again next week.
Take
all
All
care.
right.
right.
All
Okay.
right. That's the show for the day. Later.
Bye bye.
Bye.